Okay, so in this video we are going to be talking about my settings that I use for the Sony a7IV in video. So if you saw the video last week up there somewhere that describes my photography settings, then hello, it's me again. Bet you wouldn't have guessed that, would you? And it's not actually a new day, it's just a new shirt for a new video. So like, I don't know, change is nice, I guess. Anyway, it's not the point. Let's get into this and see what I use to create those beautiful, crisp cinematic films. Alright, so let us get into it. We will talk about the physical buttons on the camera and what changes are there compared to the photography side of things. So we'll start up the top and work our way down like last time. So firstly is the button up here, the dial. I've got that set to my exposure compensation, as you can see right there. Normally it is set to 0, but if I need to change it, it's just there, locked. When and where. C2 up the top, that is my record frame rate, so I can change that between 24, 30, 60 frames a second on the fly. This is my AF/MF switch like it is in photography, and this is my crop sensor mode switch button just there. Lastly, we have C4, that is just turning the touch operation on and off. It is much more useful for the videography side of things because you are using the screen a lot more than you would be with photography. Now, let's go off into the menu system. So here on my quick menu, I've got all the little options. I've got format because it's pretty important. I've got my record settings, and you can just change here to go down to 8-bit or 10-bit if you so wish. And we have S and Q settings just there to sort of change it around. Focus mapping, change it to on and off. We have pitch profile, which is S cine tone, and steady shot, I have it set to active. Now I find this significantly better. I don't mind. There is a 1.2 times crop on the image because the extra stabilization you get out of that handhold really is worth it. And then peaking display, I have it off. And lastly is my menu 3 system, where we've just got all the little extra areas of if and when you need to change it on the fly. Now, image quality and all that fun stuff, we have it on XAVCS. The reason I don't use the HS is because it doesn't have 30 frames a second for some weird reason. But anyway, that's fine. And we have APS-C Super 35 on auto. Lens compensation, everything is set to auto because the processor in this camera does it all for you. It's very cluey, let's say. Next, we go down to audio recording. You can set that into the function menu just there. And I have it on 17 because I find it quite a nice little spot. That's what I use on my A6400 as well. And it's just a very nice sweet spot for recording your audio when you've got the external mic. Next we go down, we've got image stabilization active. As I said, you can change that to standard, but I don't recommend it because active is phenomenal if you're doing handheld shots, that is. ISO, I've set that to 6,400 instead of 8,000 like it is in photography. So that is just my little sweet spot, let's say. And it's there again, just so I don't really have to think about the ISO too much, unless I really wanted to manually set it, which is easy enough. We have all the color tones and everything from the top just here. And zebra display, I've got that off because I don't like zebra, however you pronounce it, wherever you are from. I say zebra. Anyway, irrelevant. Face IAF priority, I've got this set in on human as we saw just before, and everything is automatic because it just picks it up when and where it needs. And I have found that doesn't sort of search. It is very sticky, it will stay on the person's face. This is all playback, not that I really use that area. And then again, we have just here with all the customization options. Now I'll show you real quick. Most of it follows the options that I've got for photography, so it is all sort of fine-tuned for that. There's only a few things like this with record frame rate for C2 and obviously the record button. And then this one is focus hold on the lens just up here. And then lastly, the only thing, as I mentioned before, we have these all linked to the photography settings, but this one is exposure compensation because that is the only real time I'd want to play with it is when I am in video mode, not in photography. So lastly, I'm just going to go into the function mode just so I can show you what we've got here. We have autofocus set to continuous, we have multi, we have S-Cinetone on. This is a creative look, so if I do decide to turn off the pitch profile, then I can just change a creative look on the fly just there. There's the zebra thing, that's focus mapping, which I've used it a few times. It's actually very, very nice to have it just there and accessible. We have active shot enabled there, and we also have peaking off, but you can switch it on if and when needs be. And I think that is everything. All right, let's switch back to the face and we will finish up this video right here. And we have come to the end of the video, which I have filmed immediately after making the intro. See the magic of the internet right there, and the magic of film and photography. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed it and that you got some use out of it. If you did, then let me know with a comment and a like down here, because it does help out my channel massively. And if you want to see more of the Sony a7IV and the places I'm going to be taking it next year, then do make sure to subscribe, and then I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.